Hello, everyone. We're gonna get started. Can I get some reaction first to make sure that everyone can hear me all right?
Sounds good.
Yes, okay, great. Well, once again, hello, everyone. Welcome to National Taiwan University's Undergraduate Programs Information Session in English for the September 2025 entry. I am Vivian from the Office of International Affairs, and I'm glad to have the chance to introduce NTU to you through this online format. So before the information session starts, I would like to remind everyone to register in the Google form if you haven't done so. We will send out the link to the recording and other important information after the session. So it is currently in the chat box. Please make sure to sign up if you haven't done so. So next, let's look at the agenda for today. So first, once again, I'm Vivian. I'm gonna go over the academics, scholarship opportunities, how to apply, and so on at NTU. And then next, we have invited two of our overseas students to come share their NTU experience with you. So one student is Yanisa from Thailand, and she is studying economics. The other student is Annie. She is from the Philippines, and she is studying life science. So at the very end, we're gonna have a Q&A sessions where you can get all your questions answered. So we're gonna do this through Slido. So you can see there's a QR code at the top right corner. You can also see that you can also enter the URL and enter the Slido code. So what this does is it will lead you to a web page where you can ask question at any time. And we're gonna answer these at the end. So throughout the presentation, if you have any question, please just put them in Slido. And at the very end, we're gonna answer them one by one. So before we officially begins, let's look at the short video that introduces NTU to you.
The power of our diverse talent pool is the very heart of National Taiwan University. Our top-tier faculty and students from Taiwan and around the world turn dreams into reality on our vibrant campus. We are a catalyst for change, addressing global issues and pioneering in fields like semiconductor research, data science, green energy, medicine, synergy, and law. We foster a culture of collaboration, urging our community to form academic analysis that transcend disciplines and borders. In this ever-challenging world, we prepare our NTU community to become innovative thinkers with problem-solving skills who should act as an engine for global transformation.
All right, now that we have a better understanding of National Taiwan University, let's officially begin our introduction. So first, why Taipei? Out of all the cities in the world, why Taipei? So we are actually ranked as number 26 in the world and number 7 in Asia for the best student cities in 2025. We have excellent public transportation system. We have a well-developed healthcare system, and we have affordable cost of living compared to other metropolis around the world. Let's take a closer look at our campus. So we actually have campuses throughout Taiwan, including experimental forests and experimental farms that are in central Taiwan. However, most of our students are going to be in the Taipei main campus. So the main campus is located around 75 minutes away with the MRT from the Taiwan Taoyuan International Airport, which is where most students will come to Taiwan by. And thanks to Taiwan's very convenient public transportation system, it's very easy to take the MRT to get to our campus. So out of all the universities in the world, why do people choose to come to NTU? So first, world reputation. NTU has always been ranked number 1 in Taiwan, and currently we are ranked number 68 in the world. We also offer comprehensive disciplines for students coming with various interests. In total, we have 17 different colleges, 58 different departments, and 148 graduate institutes. And these numbers are constantly increasing year by year as we strive to provide answers to the world's new challenges. We also offer a lot of global exposure for our students. We have more than 700 partner institutions in more than 60 countries and territories. If you're coming to NTU, you also don't have to worry about being bored. We have a very vibrant campus life, especially for our international students. We also have relatively affordable university expenses. So we'll go over these reasons a little bit more later. So first, while rankings are not everything, we are very proud of how we rank among the world's best universities. So these are the 5 big categories of the QS World University Ranking, and on the right are the various colleges that we have. As you can see, our colleges span everything from STEM. We also have medicine, to the liberal arts, and to the humanities. And on all 5 subjects level, we are ranked among the world's top 100. So we also have newly established colleges, as you can see, the School of Politics and Economics, Graduate School of Advanced Technology, and also International College. So you might be wondering if it's possible to come to NTU without knowing Chinese, and the answer is yes. So in recent years, we really strive to include the number of fully English taught programs at our school to accommodate for more international students and to welcome more international students to our campus. So if you're interested in the STEM side of programs, we have the Biotechnology and Food Nutrition program under the College of Bioresources and Agriculture. Under the College of Engineering, there is Civil Engineering and also Intelligent Engineering and Technology. So this program is an interdisciplinary program that combines the various fields of engineering. And we also have the Global Undergraduate program in Semiconductors. As you may know, Taiwan is very well known for TSMC, semiconductor technology, semiconductor production. So this is the perfect place to get a head start in studying semiconductor if you're interested. So if you're more interested in the liberal arts or in the humanities or social sciences, we have the Foreign Languages and Literature program. We also have economics program and the political science program, specifically in their international relations division. So in total, if you're coming here with no Chinese background at all, you have these 7 programs to choose from. A little bit more about our student body. In total, we have more than 34,000 students. About half of these are undergraduate students and about half of these are graduate students, showing that we have fully transformed into a research-focused university. So if we're including degree students, non-degree students, and Chinese language school students, in one full year, we actually have more than 6,000 international students on campus. And these students come from more than 86 different countries. So from my experience, if you're walking on campus, you will if you're coming here as an international student, you will not feel alone at all. So when I'm walking on campus, I often hear different languages. I see people who look different from me. And I think NTU is a very diverse place that welcomes people from all corners of the world. So you can also take a look at the nationality ranking of our international degree students. So you can see we have a lot of students from Malaysia, from Indonesia. We also have students from Japan, South Korea. But basically, we have students from Europe as well, from Africa. We have students from South America. So you will not feel alone as an international student at NTU. So this is more about our partner institutions. So you can see that we have partner institutions from all over the world, and students can go abroad for exchange semester, or these faculty may send their faculty, schools may send their faculty over, where you can meet a lot, you can get exposed to even more ideas. So taking a look at our exchange student program. So at NTU, we absolutely encourage students to go on exchange, to broaden their horizons, to experience different culture, and to gain more language skills. So as you might have remembered before, we have partner institutions all over the world. So you have a lot of choices to choose from. And while you're on your exchange semester, you only pay NTU tuition. There are scholarships available, and then you'll be able to gain graduation credits. So students can apply for exchange for maybe 1 semester or 1 year. And the only restriction is that if you're coming here as an international student, you're not allowed to go exchange back home to where you came from. But other than that, our students really enjoy the various programs offered by the exchange student program. So these are some of the distinguished alumni coming from NTU. So you can see that there are international award winners, such as winners of the Nobel Prize. We also have professionals in arts and social sciences. So one interesting fact is that all presidents of Taiwan have graduated from NTU. We also have pioneers and innovators in industry. So these chairmen, these founders of these big tech companies, a lot of them come from NTU. So more about NTU's collaboration with the industry. We actually started the NTU International Mentorship Program. So basically, the goal of this program is to provide international students with internship experience while they're still in Taiwan. So we understand that for international students, it's a little bit more difficult to get used to Taiwanese working culture. It's a little bit without the Chinese skills needed to apply for internship while in Taiwan. So the program's goal is to bridge the gap between international students and the Taiwanese industry. So what you do is you apply for the program, and then the program run by the Office of International Affairs will match you with one of the organizations that we have partnered with. So through the summer, you'll have the chance to go intern at these companies and gain a lot of insights and experience in Taiwan. So far, even though this program has only been running for 2 years, we've seen very good results so far. Some students even get a job offer after their internship experience. So the NTU Overseas Internship Program is a pretty similar ideas, but these organizations are overseas. So you have the opportunity to go overseas for your internship experience as well. So you can take a closer look at all the organizations that we partner with, and they come from the public sector, the civic sector, and the private sector. So let's go back to look at our campus. So this is a map of Taipei. And you can see that we have 2 campuses in downtown Taipei. So we have a downtown campus where the medical school is and where other colleges will be in the future. And we also have the main campus where most of our students are. And in the green dots, you can see the popular shopping district in Taipei. So the thing is, if you're coming to NTU for your university life, you never have to worry about being bored because there are always things happening. You always have places to go. And thanks to the public transportation system, it's very easy to go to other places. So this is a downtown campus. There's the College of Medicine, College of Public Health, and also the International School of Politics and Economics. So this is the main campus. So even though it might look small from here, it's actually a pretty big campus. Our students usually get around campus by riding their bicycles. So most of our students have their own bicycles, but we also have a lot of bike share bicycles on campus called the U-bikes. So these docks are scattered all across campus, and whenever you need to bike somewhere else, all you have to do is to swipe your card, get a bike, and then you can be on your way. So more about our campus, we have a lot of learning and research facilities. We have the NTU Experimental Farm, Experimental Forest, and also the Plant Science Research and Development Greenhouse. So if you're coming to NTU, you can actually see greenhouses that are right on campus. So if you're studying anything related to maybe bioresources or agriculture, a lot of time you will be conducting research at these locations. So you do not have to go outside of Taipei to conduct these research. We also have affiliated hospitals on campus. So I like to tell people that NTU has hospitals for human, hospital for animals, and also hospital for plants. We also have research centers of all various levels, and it's very easy for undergraduate students to get involved with research as well. We have the biggest collection of physical collections in university libraries in Taiwan. So on the background, this is our main library. So students not only come here to check out books, they also come here to study. So before midterms, you will see this place packed with students. And on top of the main library, we also have 3 college libraries. So we have the law library, the medicine library, and social science libraries. And on the left, you can see that is our social sciences library. We also have departmental libraries as well. So we do aim to provide the best experience to students on campus. So Office of International Affairs is the first stop for any problem for international students. So if you run into any problem, if you need to register if you need help in various ways, we encourage you to come to the Office of International Affairs to get the help you need. And then for other students, we also have, for example, we have the Office of Student Affairs where you can also go and get help. We also offer services like Health Center, Student Counseling Center, Career Center, and Academic Advising Office. And it's very easy to get an appointment in these and get the help you need as well. So more about our student clubs. We actually have more than 400 student clubs. And then for many students, this is the main part, the main part of their student life at NTU. So with more than 400 clubs, for sure, you're going to find a club that suits your interests and where you're going to make a lot of friends. So one thing to mention is that we also have a lot of international student associations. So you can see that we have the Indonesian Student Association, we have the Japanese Student Association. And for international students, these associations are often home away from home. So they often start helping you even before you step into Taiwan onto NTU campus. And whenever you need help, these organizations are also very helpful and they will absolutely get you the help you need. More about our dormitory, we have 2 types of dormitory. We have the general dorm and Prince House. And these are all located very close to campus. And I will go over them a little bit later. And our students will also share a little bit more about dorms living on campus. So now let's get to the affordable university fees part. So before I get into our student fees, our tuition fees, I would like to explain something called student status at NTU. So this is not unique only to NTU. This will be relevant if you're just interested in studying in Taiwan at all. So for student statuses, under the big umbrella of overseas students, we have international students and overseas Chinese student. So you can think of overseas Chinese student as students, for example, if you're Chinese Indonesian, if you're Chinese Malaysians, then you might qualify for the overseas Chinese student status. So you can go onto our website to take a closer look at what the regulations are. So a lot of times, students from Indonesia or students from Malaysia will qualify for both statuses, but then they actually differ in tuition fees, they differ in the availability of programs, and they also differ in application timeline. So today, we're only talking about international students, though I will only focus on that part. However, if you think you might qualify for overseas Chinese student, please feel free to ask or go on our website to learn a little bit more about applying as an overseas Chinese student. So if you look down below, this is our tuition fees for international students. So most programs are for 4 years. You can also take a closer look at our estimated cost of living, which include books, housing, national health insurance, and living expenses. So this is also on our website if you want to take a closer look. So international students are also welcome to work in Taiwan. All they have to do is to apply for a work permit, and then they can work up to 20 hours a week during the semester. So if what I said before really piqued your interest about NTU, how do you actually apply to NTU? So your first stop is our Overseas Students Admission website. So you can scan the QR code here to learn more. So on this website, you will learn more about student status, language proficiency requirements, academic requirement. So what kind of degree, what kind of diploma you need to have to apply for this degree, and also our application timeline. All the information you need can be found on here. So what does the application timeline look like? So this is for entering NTU September of 2025. So it'll be entering NTU next year. So we have 2 rounds of applications for international students, and there is no difference between the 2 rounds, other than that some departments are only open for 1 round versus the other. So what you want to do is you want to go onto our website to make sure that the program you're interested in is open for the round that you're applying for. So currently, as you can see, we are in the middle of first round. So if you would like to apply now and get the results by February, you still have the time to apply now. And our second round starts in mid-December and ends in mid-February. So just keep these dates in mind if you're interested in joining us in NTU next September. Applying as an international student is very easy. So all you have to do is to go onto our website, find the application link, create an account, fill in all your personal information, and as an international student, you can select up to 5 departments. And you can upload documents needed for each department. You can put down your recommenders' emails and receive recommendation letters, pay your application fee, and then submit your application, and then you're done. So some departments require examinations and an interview. However, for most bachelor programs, these are not needed. While we do not have a minimum grade requirement for applying at NTU, we do have a minimum requirement for language proficiency. So if you're interested in programs conducted in Chinese, you don't have to submit anything related to English. However, if you're interested in programs conducted in English, you don't have to provide any Chinese proficiency proof, for example. So if you're interested in a Chinese top program, you need TOCFL Band A Level 2 at least, or HSK Level 4. And then you can see below that we offer exemptions as well. And if you're interested in English top program, you need one of these scores. And we also offer exemptions. For example, if you're from an English-speaking country like the Philippines or Singapore, then you do not have to submit language proficiency proofs. We also offer scholarship for our students. And the good thing about our scholarship is that you do not have to write any more extra essay. You do not have to provide extra recommendation letters or do more things in the application process. So all you have to do is apply to NTU, and in the online application system, there's going to be a box that says, are you interested in applying for scholarship? And all you have to do is to check the box that says, yes, I would like to apply for scholarship. You will be considered for the scholarship. So the monthly stipend we offer, it's 8,000 NTD for 4 years, and your tuition fee will be waived. We also encourage students to apply for scholarships that are offered by the Taiwanese government. So there's the MOFA scholarship and also the MOE scholarships. And you can take a closer look at the link. There are also other scholarships offered by other government organizations as well. So please feel free to take a look. So as always, if you have questions about anything, please go on our Overseas Students Admission website. It should have the answer you need, but if you can't find the answer you need, please feel free to email us at intadmission@ntu.edu.tw. We also have Instagram account that you can follow and also YouTube account. So on our Instagram account, you can actually see more of the student life aspect. You can see more of what our campus looks like. So if you're interested in that, please follow us on Instagram. So that's it for the introduction to NTU part. However, we have something very exciting waiting for us. Let's welcome our students to give us a presentation.
So, my name is Yanisa, and I'm currently a junior year student at NTU, and I'm from Thailand. I'm currently majoring in English Thought Economics. So, why did I choose Taiwan? The reason that I choose Taiwan is because I want to practice my Chinese, and I don't want to buy VPN to connect to my social media. So, I think Taiwan is a great choice for me. And why did I choose NTU? NTU is a top university in Taiwan, and of course, it's gonna provide me further opportunities for my future career. And it is also located in Taipei, which is the capital city of Taiwan. And it is near the MRT, which make it super convenient for me to explore Taiwan. So let me briefly talk about my life in Taiwan in general. So I really enjoy my life here. There are a lot of varieties of food that I can choose to eat. For example, there are Taiwanese food, Korean, Japanese, Thai, Malaysian, Indonesian, and many other more. Since I arrived here, I have never lose any weight, so I think that is a good proof of how good the food is. And the weather in Taipei, it rained quite a lot. Personally, I'm not a fan of that because the weather here is quite humid, but Taipei has winter. And I really enjoy that because in December, it's giving Christmas vibe, which I really enjoy. There are also a lot of activities that you can do in Taiwan. If you're into sports, Taiwan is a great choice for you. There are many hiking spots in Taiwan, and there are great views. Or if you're into surfing, you can also go there. Some of my friends go to surf on weekend every week, but personally, I'm not a fan of outdoor sports. So I'm into more of like ice skating, and there are a lot of rink around Taipei. And if you're not into sports at all, that is also fine. You can consider doing volunteer. I'm also currently volunteer at National Taiwan Museum as a docent. It is a great opportunity to meet a lot of new friends and also to practice my English. And I also get to learn more about Taiwan history. So, from my experience, is it necessary to know Chinese for university life? If you're considering of coming as like an English taught program student, then no, you don't need to know any Chinese at all. But for your daily life, you still need to know some basic Chinese, such as how to buy food or how to buy stuff. But if you don't have those Chinese knowledge at all, then it is also fine because Chinese is mandatory class for freshmen. And you don't need to scare that you will not be able to catch up with your friend because the classes is divided based on your actual Chinese level. It is also a good opportunity for you to meet many international friends. I really enjoy my Chinese class because there are a lot of in-class activity that I get to do and also to practice my Chinese speaking skills. So this is the picture that I took of my classroom. This is my normal lecture class where the professor gonna teach based on the textbook using the slides or write it down on the blackboard. To be honest, it might be a bit boring, but most of the classes here for the entire 3 hours, it will not only include lecture classes. Normally for the first hour, it's gonna be lecture class, and for the second hour, it's gonna be the in-class activities. And these are some in-class activities that I had in my class. I really enjoyed those because it's helped me gain insight, gain deeper understanding of the materials that I have learned. And what about friends? I met most of my friends in my classes, but there are also many activities that give an opportunity to meet new friends, such as department barbecue, which gonna be held annually. And it's not only an opportunity to meet new friends, but you also get to meet your upperclassmen. Or mentor-mentee dinner, where your mentor professor gonna bring you to fancy restaurant, and then you're gonna get to have dinner with your classmates. Or for econ department, we have econ pizza party, which gonna be held once a semester, and you're gonna have chance to meet your friends there. For activities, there's a lot of activities that you can do in the uni. These are some activities that I have joined before. For student club, I've joined archery club before for 1.5 years in my freshman year and half of my sophomore year. It is super fun. I also make a lot of Taiwanese friends there. And I'm currently joining Thai Student Association Club as a committee. Or these are some kind of like long-term activities, but if you're not into long-term activity, there are also one-day activities such as marathon or sports day that you can join, and it is not that kind of like super competitive. It's more of like going there for fun. Or there are also activities organized by NTU.ISIE such as Mahjong Night, where they're gonna teach you how to play Mahjong, and they also provide free food and drinks for you. So let me briefly talk about dorm or the rooms that I have lived in before. I've lived in a freshman woman dorm before, which is an on-campus dorm. It is located on the campus, on the main campus. I have 3 roommates, 2 are Taiwanese and 1 are Vietnamese. It is the cheapest type of room that you can live in Taipei and in the uni. It is also super near the MRT, but the personal space can be a bit limited since it is the bunk bed. So basically, you can see the entire room when you sit on your bed. The second type of room that I have lived in is the off-campus room, which I rent my own room. So basically, I have an entire room to myself. The room is much larger, but it is also much more expensive, and it is farther from the campus. And the next one is the BOT dorm or the Prince House dorm. I live in single room right now. It is my current room right now. It is cheaper than off-campus room, but it is much more expensive than on-campus room. It is nearer to the campus, but securing a room in the dorm can be a bit difficult. So let me share some challenges that I face at NTU. The first one is I need to be independent and be responsible for my own life, doing my own chores, ranging from washing my own clothes. If you have your own toilet, then cleaning your toilet too, and cleaning your everything in your room. And also, I need to handle all my personal documents by myself, such as applying for ARC, which is your ID card in Taiwan, or opening your bank account, or opening the phone number. The second one is homesickness. Before I arrived in Taiwan, I thought that I won't get homesick, but I was wrong. So how do I deal with it? I video calls with my family if I feel super stressed out or like missing my home. And I also hang out with my friends when I feel super lonely or feel a bit depressed. And the last one is I always remind myself of the reason of why I am here. The next challenging thing that I face in NTU is stress from study. There are 2 main reasons of the stress that I have. One is struggling to catch up with the class. So my solution is to attend TA office hour. TA is a teacher assistant of the class. So you can go to TA's office hour and ask the TA to help you with the course material. Or consult with my mentor professor whether there are any solutions that might be helpful for me, such as the tutoring session. For econ department offer tutoring session with upperclassmen, and it is in English. The next one is I normally compare myself with my classmate. As NTU is a top university, of course everyone here are super smart. They're the top student from all over the world. And I really like to compare myself with them, and I feel super bad because like my grade is super low compared to them. So the solution is to change my own mindset, which is challenging and it's a bit hard, and also to stop comparing myself with other, which is for real, it is not easy to do, but you know, you just need to change your mindset to deal with this kind of problem. And for my application process, I applied here as international student. So I create my application account in the application website, and then I prepare and submit documents. For econ department, I submit CV, my autobiography, my language proficiency score, which is IELTS, and recommendation letters from my math and my English teachers. And I also submit portfolio and SAT scores as my optional documents. And just wait for the results. For econ department, there are no interview or written exam. So it mainly depend on your document that you submitted. So the tips from me, I would say just be yourself. Show why you have passion for this major and why do you need to so what is the reason of you being here in NTU? How will NTU help you achieve your dream? And I wish that is the end of my presentation. I wish you guys a good luck in every path that you choose and hope to see you all at NTU next year. Thank you.
So, hi everyone, my name is Annie, and I'm excited to share my life at NTU with you. So, for my background, I am a life science third year and I came from the Philippines. And if I were to go back in time, knowing the things that I know now, these are the reasons why I still pick NTU. First is professors are very knowledgeable and approachable. I know some friends who have professors in other universities who can be petty or throw tantrums, but you won't experience that here in NTU. And there are many research labs. As someone who's studying in hard science, it's important to have research labs, and there are lots of choices because every professor has a research lab. So you just have to search online for the topic you're interested in, which professor is researching in that topic, and just email the professor, and you can join the research lab as early on as the freshman year. And there are many internships and also interesting courses that you can take with flexibility. So there's a system in NTU called exploratory credits where, let's say you're starting to fail some courses. You can apply for this and you'll be able to have only pass and fail in your report card instead of having it affect your GPA. So here are some of the interesting courses that I really like. The first one is NTU INGO Academy. In this course, every 2 weeks, you're going to have like a class from a CEO who's sharing their experiences, telling you how to lead. And aside from that, you have to go to an internship in an INGO. So if you're interested in like social issues, things like that, there are many INGOs in many issues such as politics, news, women's health. I personally went to an INGO focused on helping migrant workers from Indonesia and the Philippines. So we would attend their classes because they had classes like Chinese classes and computer classes for these migrant workers. And I would handle their social media. Another class is called the Delicious class. And as its name tells you, we have food every week. What we do here is we explore the connection between your genetics and your taste preference. So we have beginner-friendly genetics like lab procedures where we explore like if you like cilantro, does it show in your genetics? And this was mentioned earlier in Vivian's report, but I'll mention it again. There's international mentorship program where you can go have your internship during the summer with mentors from 150 institutions. Next is the support systems. This is really important because coming to NTU, you're going to deal with a lot of things like culture change or a different educational system or mental health problems. That's why you come to these organizations, not organizations, you come to these services in NTU called NTU Academic Counseling Service, where they provide calculus and organic chemistry tutoring that's free and one-on-one. And you have Student Counseling Center, which is where you get to have free therapy, and it goes by 6 sessions, and if you need more, then it gets renewed. I personally came here a lot during my freshman and sophomore year because I struggled with anxiety and stress, and it helped a lot. The next one is the NTU Academic Advising Office, where here you get to have resources or like kind of like basically you come here if your course isn't something you're satisfied with. If you want to change courses or change your path, there are people here who can show you and make connections with seniors and yeah, things like that. And this is really awesome about NTU is it's an explosion of culture. There are lots of interesting people from all over the world because yeah, international students like you come over here. And it's also the best university in Taiwan, so you have really smart Taiwanese people you can talk to and practice your Chinese. So in this picture right here, I was climbing trees in NTU with an Austrian, Italian, and Dutch friends. And I also attended this Diwali recently in the house of my Moroccan friend. Oops, okay. So for the campus, I think it's really beautiful. Like every time I walk around NTU, I feel really blessed to be studying here because I get to hear the birds chirping or I see the squirrels and the greenery is nice. There's a culture here in NTU where during like shooting star season, people would sit and lie down on the grass at night, and every time a shooting star just crosses by, everyone would shout. So that's a really nice thing about the campus here. Next, I want to talk about Taiwan as a whole. Taiwan is really, really safe. Like people don't really steal except for bikes and umbrellas, but that's, yeah, it's really interesting. People steal whatever is convenient, not because like they lack money or they want your phone. It's just, they just steal your umbrella and bikes. And aside from that, at night it's really safe. If you're a woman and you're wearing shorts or holding your wallet in your hand, you won't get robbed or you won't get yeah, like it's safe for you to walk outside. So for the parents out there, you don't have to worry about your kids studying here in Taiwan. And also the prices are relatively cheap compared to the US or anywhere else. Like the prices here for food, for residences is really cheap, and you can also earn during your free time too and save it up. And for those who love to travel, Taiwan's geography is ideal. Like you can go from the mountains to the sea or from subtropical climate to tropical climate within a day or less than a day. And that's really amazing to see different biodiversity, to go surfing, to go hiking. And Taipei is inside, like in between mountains. So you're able to hike a lot of the time and you can get to the sea within an hour. So that's a really nice thing about Taiwan. Another thing is the convenience. There are U-bikes where you can borrow it for the first 30 minutes, it's free, and there's the MRT stations. So it's really convenient to get anywhere you want to go because the public transport system is really good. And because you're always walking, biking, all of these things contribute to a healthy lifestyle. And another thing is the National Health Insurance Card. Once you stay in Taiwan for more than 6 months, you can apply for this. And once you have the card, the healthcare becomes really affordable. If you get checked inside NTU, it costs around just $1, like 50 NTD, and you get a doctor's checkup and meds included with it. And you can get checked in dermatology, in gynecology, family medicine, all of those things. Next, I want to talk about clubs. So we have the cycling club. This is the perfect place for you to explore Taiwan because usually when you cycle with them, you'll probably be cycling for more than an hour, which seems hard, but it's really nice if you see lots of views. And I think cycling is a better way to explore a place, better than riding a train or bus because you're really in touch with the ground, with the environment, with everything, with the wind, and you get to stop whenever you want to. So I went with a couple of friends from the cycling club in a 1 week trip to Hualien, which is like around, yeah, I think 100+ kilometers from Taipei. We went to the sea and we camped by the sea. So that was really fun. And we have another club called the World Volunteer Society. We went to Nepal for 2 weeks and we taught the kids subjects like computer science or economics. And we enjoyed like lots of fun outside of the school too. And because it was subsidized, so the price was cut in half. And another club is Asian Future Political Leaders. In AFPLA, we went to different countries every year. So the partner universities are Fudan University, Peking University, Seoul National University, and University of Tokyo. So this year, we went to Korea. Next year, they're going to China, especially Beijing. Yeah. And over here, like in the morning, you give reports about politics. I'm personally not a politics major, but like it was easy enough that I could give reports on it. And at night we just drink with everyone. So it was a bit of a disaster every morning. Next, of course, is NTU-Philippines Student Association. I'm currently the president, so I have to tell you guys about this, but we had a cooking class and we had like a booth where we had karaoke. We also have Taipei tour and all of those things. So if you want to check out our IG, it's right here. Yeah, so some words from a senior. First one is take note of cultural difference. Coming to Taiwan, you're going to notice that Taiwanese people are a lot shyer, they're less expressive, they're less initiative. That's why don't have to take it personally, just try to approach them more and yeah, keep it lighthearted. And the second one is be kind to yourself and work from where you currently are. So coming to university, I was self-critical and insecure because I was surrounded by smart and interesting people. That is a common theme here. So over the years, I realized that the real goal isn't to be smart and interesting yourself and to be like others, but to develop a kind attitude to yourself and build your confidence in your potential and worth, no matter how productive you are. If you have a difficult math question you're procrastinating on, you failed the test, don't punish yourself with the mindset of, I'm worthless if I'm not productive. But notice the negative thoughts in your mind and slowly change it to one that believes that you can solve this, that is kind to yourself, and lets you rest for a bit if you're stressed or tired. It's only when you have this foundation of belief and compassion can you perform at your best, avoid burnout, and bounce back after failures. And lastly, of course, enjoy life, which I believe is the most important part. So yeah, I hope that I'll see you guys here in Taiwan.
All right, let's get started. Okay, hi everyone. I'm Ines from the admission team. Okay, so let us take a look at your questions about the application procedure. Okay, so first one, can I apply if I don't meet the language proficiency requirements? Okay, yes, of course, because we have conditional admission for students who want to apply as a freshman. Okay, so for example, if you don't have the Chinese proficiency, but you want to apply for a Chinese TOEFL program, it's totally fine. Okay, so if the professor thinks that you're academically well and they may grant you a conditional offer, so you will have time to provide your Chinese proficiency and also take the Chinese courses at NTU. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. Okay, I have my ninth grade transcript, but I did not take the final year of
high school. Okay, but instead I took the GED. Can I apply with GED? Okay, so for the questions about the GED is that, for example, you haven't graduated from high school. Okay, so if your GED certificate is officially approved by the issuing authority, okay, and also you have the certificate which indicates scores for each subject you take and also the qualification for high school graduation, you can apply with the GED for bachelor's program. Okay, so next one, okay, I will complete the IGCSE A-level exam next year. Can I apply with O-level result instead? Okay, so for this kind of questions about the A-level, O-level, or IB courses, okay, so actually in Taiwan, if you want to apply for a bachelor's program, you have to provide your high school's graduation certificate and the transcripts from grade 10 to 12, okay, from your high school. These kind of exams that I've mentioned are not accepted, okay, they can only be considered as supporting documents for applications. Okay, so you have to provide the academic credentials from your high school. Okay, so next one, okay, can we stay in a dorm during semester holidays? Okay, so actually in Taiwan, we have 2 semesters in a year and there will be 2 like long vacations, winter vacation and summer vacation. So if you want to stay in the dorm during winter and summer vacation, you have to apply, okay, priorly, okay, to stay there during vacations. Okay, so next one, I graduated from college and the equivalent degree in Taiwan is 学士 or 副学士. Okay, actually we cannot determine, okay, from this information. Okay, so if on your degree it says that is associate degree, okay, you can use it to apply for bachelor's degree in Taiwan. Okay, so if you have any questions about your degree, you can actually send your academic credentials to us. Okay. And next one, if I have no information after applying to NTU since last October, does that mean all my documents are correct or should I still check daily? Okay, so if you have already submitted your application, okay, if the admission team finds you have some documents missing, you will receive an email. Okay, but actually you can also check on the application system, okay, regularly, yeah. And next one, are there any internship opportunities offered for, okay, this bachelor's program? Okay, so actually we have an internship program called International Internship Program, mentorship program, sorry. Okay, so actually all of the students at NTU can apply for it, okay, to do internship during summer vacations. But maybe each program may have their internship opportunities, okay? You can ask them directly for further information. Okay, and next one, do we need to send any documents by post? Okay, no, you only need to upload all the documents needed online, okay? We don't receive any documents by post. Okay, and next one, okay, since A-levels is a degree from UK, does having one exclude me from the English requirement? Okay, well, if you are applying for an English TOEFL program and your previous degree, okay, for example, you are applying for a bachelor's degree right now and your high school is entirely taught in English, okay, you can ask your school to provide such certificate, okay, to which will excluding you from provide any English certificates. Okay, so next one is the Prince House available to first year undergraduates. Okay, well, the Prince House general dorms are open for all of the students, okay, but you have to remember to apply for it, okay, at the time before enrollment. And is internship an essential module and is internship at home country allowed? Okay, as far as I know, they don't have any restriction on your nationality when applying for internship programs. Okay, and next one is anything the admission office. Okay, look in particular in the personal statement and study plan. Okay, well, you have to first look at the departmental requirements, okay, on our application website. If the department you're applying for does not have any specific restrictions, okay, actually there's no limit, okay, you can write anything you want in this kind of documents. Okay, next one is also about the dorm. Okay, so what's the difference between Prince House and general dorms? Okay, so basically the Prince House, okay, well, for bachelor students, okay, if you want to live in the general dorms, you have to be aware that there's only like quad room, okay, in these dorms. Okay, so you have to share with other 3 roommates, and also the bathroom will be outside. Okay, you have to share with other students from other rooms. Okay, but the Prince House, they have like 3 kinds of rooms, like single room, double room, and triple room, and you will have your private bathroom in your room. And next one is their capacity limit for the first and the second rounds. Okay, if the first round is full, will the second round not be held? No, both rounds will be held, okay, as scheduled. And actually, there's no capacity limit. So if the departments, if the programs you want to apply for is available in both rounds, okay, you can simply choose one time you want to apply for. And next one, can diploma certificate and grades be used as a document to apply for NTU? Okay, the same as from the information here, I cannot tell what kind of diploma you have. Okay, so if the diploma you received has a term like associate degree, okay, you can use it to apply for a bachelor's degree program in Taiwan. Okay, and next one, what kind of scholarships are offered to overseas Chinese students? Okay, there are many kinds of scholarships, okay, but for the entrance, if you want to apply for it, okay, before enrollment, okay, there's one provided by our government, okay, it calls Overseas Community Affairs Council, and you have to apply for it in the Taiwan embassies or diplomatic missions in your country. It calls Overseas Chinese Students Elite and Outstanding Scholarships. And for other scholarship provided by NTU for overseas Chinese students, you have to wait, okay, to get enrolled in NTU, and then you can apply for them. Okay, so let's move on to next one. How do I know if the degree I'm applying for no longer accepts applications for the second round? Okay, so on our application website, you can see which programs are available for each round. Okay, so if you see this, it will be open in the second round. Okay, and next one, can you explain about the study plan and autobiography, like minimum and maximum word count? Okay, so if there's no such explanation on the departmental requirements, means there's no restrictive format or like restriction. Okay, so you just be aware that you have to write it in either Chinese or English, but if you're applying for English programs, you have to write all of the documents in English. Okay, next one, if I apply and I pick the scholarship, but unfortunately I didn't got admitted, can I appeal? Okay, so if you have any questions about your admission results, okay, you can submit a written statement for appeal within 14 days after the announcement of the admissions. Okay, so next one, how well is NTU recognized by MNCs? Okay, well, NTU offers degrees internationally recognized. And next one, when uploading bank statement, oops, sorry. Well, there's a question about bank statement. Sorry, we have to skip it. Okay, for bank statement, if the money, okay, the statement is not NT dollars, okay, you have to write down the exchange rate, which you have searched on the website. Okay, you write down the exchange rate and transfer it to the NT dollars. Okay. And next one, if taking civil engineering bachelor's in English, are there any IB grade and course requirements? Like the IB courses can only be considered as supporting documents, so there won't be any requirements for this kind of scores. Okay, and next one, if taking okay, civil engineering is future specification possible more specifically for architecture? Well, actually, for the Department of Civil Engineering, they have 7 different divisions. Okay, so more specific questions, I suggest you can first search on their website, and if you have any further question, you can contact their administration staff. Okay. And the next one, does NTU have grade or age limit requirements for enrollment? I'm an early graduate student graduating class of 25. Okay, well, we don't have any grade or age requirements. Okay, we're welcome for everybody to apply. And next one, I want to ask about sophomore transfer student. How many credit can be transferred at NTU? Okay, well, the maximum transferable credits is 50, but actually it depends on how the Office of Academic Affairs decides the amount of credits that can be transferred. Okay. And next one, has it entered test for sophomore transfer students? Okay, well, there's no entrance test. And what faculties are open for sophomore transfer student? Okay, for a sophomore entry student for 2025, the available programs and admission guidelines will be announced in February, okay, next year. And okay, let's move on to the next one. Can I still apply for admission under the international student quota after attending NTU's Chinese language school? Okay, well, as long as you are qualified as an international student, okay, your student status is international student, you can apply for it in Taiwan. And next one, how do you choose the English Chinese TOEFL program? I can't seem to find the button when applying. Okay, well, each program has its language of construction. Okay, so you have to first search for the program. Okay, you search for the college first, and then the department you want to apply for, and then you can see the language of instruction, okay, in the application system. Okay, and next one, I took college courses in high school and the credits were added to my transcript. Okay, so do I need to submit my college transcript as well with my application? Okay, it's actually up to you, okay, because only the high school transcripts are required, okay, for a bachelor's program's application, okay, but if you want to submit your college transcripts, you can submit it as in supporting documents. And next one, can we please have a feedback about the GUP programs from the current student? Well, actually, it's a very new program, okay, starting from this September. So maybe in the future, we will invite GMP program students, okay, to info sessions like this, okay, to share their learning experiences. And next one, will I need an English language certificate if I'm only applying for Chinese courses? Okay, so basically, if you're applying for English TOEFL programs, if you're applying for a Chinese TOEFL programs, English proficiency is not required. Only if the department you want to apply for has these requirements, you will need to submit it. Okay, and next one is what language should I submit written documents such as autobiography or study plan? Okay, you can write them in either Chinese or English, but if you're applying for an English TOEFL program, you have to write them all in English. And next one, if I'm a Chinese citizen, but I hold a foreign passport, and am I still eligible for overseas Chinese students? Okay, so the definition for overseas Chinese students is that, first of all, you are a Chinese or Taiwanese citizen. And second one is that, yeah, you have a foreign passport. And the third one is that you have to be resided overseas continuously, okay, in the immediate 6 years, okay. So if you meet all of these requirements, you can apply for overseas Chinese students. And next one, what is the maximum capacity of students for these programs, okay? As I've mentioned before, that we don't have any quotas, okay, for international students applications. And next one, it depends on university, how many semesters per year in NTU. Okay, there are 2 years, okay, for one academic year, okay, in 1 year. And next one, can I apply with a Duolingo English test certificate? No, we have a list, okay, showing what kind of language proficiency certificate, we accept it. Okay, for example, like TOEIC, TOEFL, or IELTS. Okay. And next one, I already applied in overseas round back in October. While waiting for the results, can I still apply to the international round, the first round? Okay. Yeah, if you are qualified, okay, to be both international students and overseas Chinese students, okay, you can apply for both. And next one, on the application, we need to fill out an autobiography. I was wondering what kind of information should be included in the autobiography. Okay, so if the department you want to apply for does not have a restriction, okay, you can write anything you want in autobiography. Okay, this is a document to show the department, okay, to know you well, to know you better. Okay. Next one, if my source of funding is through scholarships, okay. What should I upload for a certificate of financial resources? Well, if you don't have received any scholarship during at the time of application, a financial statement is still required. Okay, so if you don't have sufficient funds in your account, you can ask for your financial supporters, okay, to provide their financial statement. And next one, what is the process of applying for part-time work permit? Okay, so after you enrolled in at NTU, okay, we will provide you information, okay, for how to apply for a work permit, okay, to do part-time jobs during semesters in Taiwan. Okay, no worries. Okay, so like A level, I have already answered this kind of question before. Okay, so let's skip it. And next one, okay. So currently I only have my 10th, 11th grade transcripts. Okay, so if you have not graduated yet at the time of application, okay, you can still apply. Okay, you just need to submit your like certificate of enrollment and the transcripts you have so far. Okay. And next one, if a student applies as overseas Chinese students, the learning book and class will be Mandarin or English class also. Okay, so it actually depends on the departments you apply for and the courses you take. Okay, so it's not depends on your student status. Okay, and next one. If my school uses IB program but I cannot get an IB diploma, is my only other option to submit an SAT, or is there an alternative for application? Okay, as I mentioned before, the scores like IB or SAT or A level can only be considered as supporting documents. Okay, so overall you have to submit your high school's transcripts and certificate of graduation. And the writing report should be in Mandarin or can be in English also. Okay, I've already answered this question before. Okay, and how many faculties can I apply for? Okay, through the international students application channel, you can apply up to 5 departments. Okay, so yeah, the same questions. Okay, and well, there will be an announcement for the dorm applying dates. Okay, so if you get admitted, you will receive an like enrollment notice. Okay, there will be detailed information about the important dates. Okay, for enrollment. Okay, you will know them. The next one, can I apply with a GPA for an online high school that's based in the US? The school is certified by COPNOT and DEAC. Okay, so well, for this question, I think we will first need to see your academic credentials first. Okay, so if you're interested in applying, I suggest you can first send us your academic credentials, okay, through email. And next one, are there any Chinese courses I can take for personal learning while studying a different major as a HSK3 student? Well, at NTU, we do have Chinese learning centers. Okay, so if you only want to learn Chinese, okay, you can consult with them. And next one, if I apply first for Chinese TOEFL programs at NTU, but haven't got my TOEFL certificate yet, can I still go and give the certificate later on? Okay, yeah, since we have conditional admission, okay, you can still apply for it, okay, without any Chinese proficiency certificate. And next one, I just joined because I had a class earlier. Is there a graduate student exchange program for international students? Okay, yeah, you can search on our website, okay, NTU.OIA, and you can find the student exchange programs there, okay. All of the NTU students, qualified NTU students can apply for exchange programs. And how many full scholarships are offered? Well, as my colleague has introduced before, that if you receive the NTU scholarships, it contains a monthly stipend and a tuition waiver. Okay, and next one, okay. Why does NTU not consider IGCSE A level? Okay, it's actually Taiwan's MOE's regulations, okay? It's the regulation of Ministry of Education, okay? It's not the registered regulation of NTU, okay? So if you want to study in Taiwan, okay, for bachelor's program, you have to provide your high school's academic credentials. Okay, so next one is the similar questions. Okay, so if you want to apply for English TOEFL programs, you need, well, apart from the high school's academic credentials, you have to provide an English proficiency certificates. Okay, so if your high school was entirely taught in English, you just need to provide a certificate, okay, from your high school. And what is the acceptance rate? Okay, sorry, we don't have this kind of information to provide. And next one, when you say autobiography, is this the same as personal statement? Yeah, basically the same. Okay, and should I insert the personal statement based on the guidance questions I found online from the department? Okay, can I write freely? Yeah, you can write freely if there's no restriction, okay, from the department. Okay, it's up to you. And next one, when my ideal department opens for the first and second rounds, can I apply for both in case I'm not admitted in the first? Yeah, of course, you can apply for the both rounds. And how many GPAs needed in high school or bachelor's program? Okay, we don't have any restriction on GPAs, okay, or other kind of scores. Everybody can apply. And if my school doesn't provide a transcript and I just submit my grades, okay, well, a transcript officially issued by your high school are required, okay. And next one, are internships required in curriculum? Okay, well, it is actually up to each program, okay, so you have to check with the program you want to apply for. And can overseas students join the transferred student? Do you mean the international sophomore entry? This is only open for international students, okay? So if you are an overseas Chinese student, but you want to transfer to NTU, okay, you have to follow the transfer regulation as a local Taiwanese student. And next one, is there a computer science major in the English program? Okay, well, for bachelor's degree, okay, the Department of Computer Science Engineering is taught in Chinese. And next one, if I get rejected in the first round, can I still apply in the second round? Yes, of course. And how should the explanation of grading system look like if I need to translate my grades? Okay, well, actually the explanation of grading system, okay, this kind of certificate should be issued by your high school or university, okay? So I believe that they will have their own format. And next one is the original certificate of enrollment is not in Chinese or English, but the school can provide an English version. Okay, so if your school can provide an English version, okay, you can submit it directly. Okay, there's no translation needed. And when will the results for the first round be announced? Okay, the first round application will be announced on February 10th, okay, in 2025. And you will have like 2 weeks, okay, to accept the offer. And next one, can I have your email? Okay, well, we have an email of our admission team, okay, the INT admission, this one, okay, so if you have any questions, you can send email to us. And next one, if we pass as an international student, do we still need a Chinese language proficiency certificate, okay, for visa or university requirements? Okay, well, basically, if you're applying for an English TOEFL program, okay, you will not need a Chinese language proficiency, okay. Yeah, okay, and next one. Oops, okay, oops, sorry. Over here. Okay. Next one. Which documents are? Sorry, hold on a second. Okay. So next question. Which documents are prioritized during admissions? Okay. Well, the admission committees will consider all of the documents you submitted. Okay. And next one, are the ones reviewing our application in overseas and international rounds that's in person? Well, the admission committee is from different departments. Okay, and next one, what if A level is equivalent to a high school degree in my country? Can I just provide the equivalence letter? Okay, so for this kind of question, I suggest you can send us email directly. Okay. And next one, is there a limit to the number of people who can receive the MOE scholarship? Okay, for this question, you have to ask the Taiwan embassies and diplomatic missions in your country, okay, because we are not in charge of the MOE scholarship. And next one, can I check if my required documents are correct and completed in advance before applying? Because I just want to save the cost of submitting applications. Well, if you have any questions about your academic credentials, okay, you can send email to us. And the last question, which part of the website can I use to see what majors are open in English TOEFL and Chinese TOEFL? Okay, so we will share the link later, okay, in the chat box. Okay, so for the last one, may we have the contact of the year 3 student at NTU Economics so can get to know more about the challenges. Okay, so
I think we will ask her if she's okay to get contacted, and if she is, then we will also provide their information somehow in the email. So make sure you register for the session. Yes, so that's about it. Thank you so much for all your attention today. And as you can see here, for those asking which email to contact, you can contact this email at intadmission@ntu.edu.tw, and we will make sure to get back to you. So once again, thank you so much for coming, and I hope you have a good night. And hopefully we'll see you at NTU. Bye-bye.